Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Little King story playthrough. In a grand room of a grand castle, tiny King Richie sits upon his throne. With his 7 wives making merry, he lived the royal life and dominated the whole world. With the constant tremblers and the falling of the heavens, it looks like the world is ending. Upon completion of the flying machine, the king will ascend beyond the sky. No one knows what waits there. The god, the devil, nothingness. King Richie, it's time to embark on your greatest adventure. Take your citizens and go. And that's exactly what we will do. After we've had a party? Are we not going to have a party? To be fair, that would be me. I would be that ultra mom. Going, the world can't end yet. My kids haven't grown up. But oh, Nietzsche. It's deep, game, it's deep. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I'm feeling fine. You see, just all these puns and jokes. Oh, I love the localization of this game, it's great. Also, we have Martell rankings, and, Now, a lot of people, I think, got confused by the fact that it's number 2 Scarlet, because Scarlet is Bouquet. God, she's the only one not there, but her full name is Scarlet Bouquet. It's just that we don't necessarily call her Scarlet, we call her Bouquet. But for some reason Martell does call her Scarlet. Maybe a little bit of an oversight, but oh well. Now, we'll deal with that later. But we don't want to be doing this for little Martell Daisy. We definitely want to be doing God Forecast, because that's kind of important. Yeah, that one's not so important. So yeah. Now say, I'm surprised that we don't have a celebration occurring. But I think, considering, you know, it's the end of the world, there was very little point in having a party. Because it's just like, well, we kind of need to get on with saving the world now. We don't really have a choice. Thankfully, my lovely 2 people washed ashore, so that's saved that bother. And yes, we're just gonna make sure everything's all sorted. We're gonna go take that quest from Martell. That's going to be lovely. And we're also going to take on God Forecast. So those are our 2 main goals for today. Also, I'm desperate to try and get the treasures from the merchants. So I'm going to be talking to them quite a lot to try and get them. So, Martell Daisy. She's actually named after a mixed drink, which is Martell Daisy. Made from Martell, which is a cognac, and brandy, apparently. Now, if you go into other languages, they remove the Daisy bit, so it's Princess Martell, Principessa Martell, Prinzessin Martell, and for some bizarre reason, in Spanish, it's Princesa Pochi, which is Princess Little, because obviously she's tiny. Now, oddly enough, despite the fact that she looks like a toddler, she's actually older than she looks. Because her Japanese profile specifically states that she's an adult, but everything about her is very toddlery. Which is kind of a bit weird, but considering the vast array of lovely princesses that we have married over the course of this game, it's hardly surprising. Now, as we saw and as we were going to see as we go speaking to her, she's got a lovely red car that she drives in. And it's called the Red Stallion. In the Japanese version, it's called Aka Umago Red Horse Edition, which is quite cool. And also, you may have noticed that she's quite obsessed with strawberries. Because her horn is the shape of a strawberry, she has strawberry clips in her hair, her purse is of a strawberry, her door in the Princess Manor is decorated with strawberries, her stamp is of a strawberry, and her pillow and bed sheets are decorated with strawberries. And also she likes to keep strawberry ice cream in the trunk of her car. So, yeah. Martel likes the strawberries. Also, good grief, we've completed most of these already. Ha ha! So basically, Martel's Princess Quest is records. You've got to complete all of these records to do well. So, I don't know exactly what the count is for each of the quests, but really by this point in the game, if you've been doing everything, then you really should have picked up most of them. So, to get the 3-star ranking, you've got to get 100 citizens at least. That's very easy to do. You need to save 180 million bol, or 1,800,000,000 bol, I believe. You need to put 50 plans at least into action in the Kingdom Plan, which is, well, by this point, really quite easy. You need to get all 20 jobs. We are currently missing 2, one of which is gonna show up eventually, and I can't quite remember what the other one was, but we'll figure it out. You need to take 125,000 steps around the world, defeat at least 500 UMA, need to find 20 weapons, need to find 18 pieces of armour, and then the last quest is a secret. The one that we will solve eventually. And last... Oh, okay, we've got a letter from a piglet. I can see where this is going. Got another race, haven't we? Ugh. But yes, so with Martel, she's quite shallow. Because whenever you get one of her ranking letters, she generally tends to go on physical appearances as an explanation for the reasons behind her rankings. So she absolutely hates Spumoni because Spumoni is quite large. To be fair, of all of the princesses, Spumoni is probably my least favourite. I'd say Apricot's probably my favourite, just because first love and all that, and also I think I'm always just fond of that very stereotypical princess look. But then I'm also very fond of Shizuka, Bouquet, Kokomo Pine, and that's about your lot. Go either way with Fern, and Martel's a bit young, shall we say. And last but not least, if you actually look in the records book, Martel is shown with legs, whereas everywhere else in the game, apart from one very specific cutscene, if you have her about, which I will explain later, you will see Martel with legs, but everywhere else she's in a car. She's in her car permanently, she will not leave that car. Now, before I go and take on God Forecast, which obviously I very much want to do, it'll be lovely to do actually. Also, I don't quite know how we paralysed him, but I'm down with that. I'm definitely down with that. I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. Bloody hell. Oh yes, that was it. So, could do God Forecast as we take this route, but what I want to do is I want to get to the end, well, where we fought Jumbo Champloo, to obviously get our one spot that will have inevitably turned up there, And also, just to pick up anything that's about, but also you can create a jump cannon in that location. And that's great. Because that means that you can literally just leap to that area whenever you need to. Which is, well, makes things a lot easier for completing God Forecast. Because it's located in that area, so part of it probably makes more sense to pick it up, come this long way to do it, and then you've got the jump cannon for easy access. But then you're not really going to be coming back to New Island all that often, apart from when you get the Craftians. Because the Craftians are what you're going to need to get through those building blocks that you've seen throughout the kingdom and throughout the world. Though only in two very specific places. One at the edge of the Over There beach, and obviously here in New Island. So, they will be your route to getting the final batch of goodies, shall we say, in the game. So outside of that, you're not going to be returning to New Island all that much, but then it's all good. Right, everyone get in. But I have to say, God Forecast is probably the easiest God Quest of them all. Because literally the only thing you need to do is get to this area. That is it. Nothing else. Get to the area and you've essentially completed the quest. It's that easy. But before obviously we haven't picked it up yet, so let's build this jump cannon and sit and wait. At least they're making reasonably decent progress on this, because otherwise it'd just be stupidly boring. So, now that that's done, I thought let's have a little nosy around. There's actually nothing else that we can do here, like, at all. So let's leap on back, pick up the quest, return, and it'll be golden. And that'll be lovely. And then we'll have picked up every last little bit of the flying machine. And oh, that will be a glorious moment. We're not actually going to do anything much about it.
Yes, sir.
Like, obviously we're gonna complete, well, we're gonna have all of the stuff for the flying machine, but we've got all of our princess quests to finish, because they're all still waiting on completion. And because we've got to do that, we've got to make sure we pick up the rest of the art pieces, because we're still waiting on all of them.
Yes, sir.
And last but not least, I kind of want to get all of the treasures, because I got to here and I was just like, you know what? I really do want to 100% this game again, because it's fun, and you know what? We've come this far. It's like, why not? There is no point in not completing it once I've come this far. It's like I've spent all that time trying to build up my team to, or trying to build up the kingdom, buy everything in the right, well, not the right order, but as and when I needed them, and just generally being awesome about it. And so it's like, well, it would be a complete and utter waste to not finish what I've started. Absolute waste. So I am going to finish what I started, and I'm going to 100% this sod. For the second time ever. Because I completed it the first time I played it, and I'm completing it again here. And as I said, very, very, very easy god quest. You jump here, earthquake happens, we all go, what the hell was that? And, yeah, that's become available, and so we can pick it up. And that is the last piece of the flying machine. Beautiful. So, if we wanted to, we could go finish the game right now. Essentially what we would have to do is we'd have to head on over to the flying machine. And, well, don't know whether we could quite do it yet, but certainly in the morning, I think, we will get the announcement that it's all finished. And we could go and finish the game. But obviously, that's not quite going to happen just yet. I've got a game to complete. So, we're going to go do that. Which is going to take quite a reasonable chunk of time. As in, maybe about 10 or so parts of side questing before we finish this sod. But it'll be an absolute blast because it's all quest completion. It's rounding everything off, tying it up in a nice neat little bow. But either way, let's go to bed and start the new day.